am here. Hi, I am here with Lloyd Davis. He is coming today as a representative of his late wife, Robin Davis, who is the author of the newly released book, The Terrible, Terrible Tiger. Thank you so much, Lloyd, for joining us today. I can't wait to hear all about this new book release. Why don't you just start by telling us about it?
Great. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it very much, Allie. Well, Terrible, Terrible Tiger is a book written by my late wife, Robin. And actually, it's in honor of her father, John Van Orman, because it was basically based on a story a night that he told his children while they're growing up. The children's story he made up. It's the original story from John Van Orman. He told his children this as they're growing up, and they just loved it. And that was Robin's favorite. So she adapted it to a children's book.
Wonderful. And what kind of gave you the idea to get this book published? So she wrote it before she passed, and what kind of gave you the idea to get it, published by Page?
Well, she tried to get it published. She basically had it written years before she passed away, but she could not get an illustrator. And then she got really sick, and then she passed away before she could get it all completed. And I just thought, wow, I just need to get this done for her. It was one of my, just like a gift, just in honor of her. I wanted to get her book published because it was so important to her, so important for her father, just to have it published and get out there, and just so other people can enjoy it. So I just did it in honor of her and of Robin. My whole motivation was just to do it for her and have her dream realized.
And just out of curiosity, what was it like to get the book in for the very first time and be able to flip through those pages and see everything come to life?
It's very cool, very awesome. And my mother-in-law, I told her she knew about this going the whole way. And then once I finally had the book to them, to her family, to her mother, her siblings, and me and my family, it was just incredible. And her mom just wept. Her mom was so happy that Robin's book could have been finally published and in honor of her father. And it's emotional, very emotional, as you can tell. It's still for me, but it was just awesome. And to me, to have that, she struggled that so many years to get it finally out there in book form and have it published it was a dream. It was just another dream of mine that happened. I was just so grateful for my wife for doing it, for Dad for telling the story, and for me having the resources to be able to do it. And everybody was just ecstatic and very emotional about it.
And if there was one thing that you could tell the audience today about the book specifically, what would you like to tell them about it?
Well, first of all, her dad, John, who is the original author of the story, he loves children. He loved children so much. And this is just typical of her dad, of Robin's dad. He just loved telling his children stories, all originals. And it was Robin's favorite. And it's so important for Robin to get this story published because of her love for her father. And I continued it, and I just feel honored and humbled to be able to be a part of that.
Well, thank you so much, Lloyd, for sharing about Robin's book today. And I just want to mention where people can purchase it if they're interested. Again, the book title is The Terrible, Terrible Tiger. You can find it in audiobook versions, a hardcover copy, and ebook versions as well through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Apple iTunes. Thank you so much, Lloyd. And I'm so excited to see Robin's, a book come to life. And what was that?
Can I add one more thing, please?
Yeah, of course.
The book whole thing is about standing up to bullies.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of it. So standing up to bullies is really the heart of the book.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And once again, you can find The Terrible, Terrible Tiger out now. Thank you.